Have you ever made a wish so deep, so desperate, that you believed with all your heart it could come true? For 10-year-old Ben, that wish was simple. He didn't want toys or candy for Easter. He didn't ask for anything most kids would. He just wanted his dog back. 3 months had passed since Max, his loyal golden retriever, disappeared without a trace. No goodbye, no clues, just an empty space in Ben's heart. A space he didn't know how to fill. Every night, Ben would kneel beside his bed, close his eyes, and whisper the same prayer. "Please, bring Max home by Easter." His parents didn't say it out loud, but they had already started to let go. They'd stopped looking, stopped hoping. But not Ben. Ben still believed. He couldn't stop believing. And as Easter morning came, with its promises of new beginnings and fresh starts, Ben held on to that one quiet hope. The hope that somehow, just maybe, his best friend would walk through the door. The days passed, and with each one, the weight of Max's disappearance grew heavier. Ben's parents tried their best to keep up the routine, but it was clear they were running out of hope. Max had been gone for weeks now, and there were no signs of him. One evening, Ben's father spoke quietly to his mother in the kitchen, his voice low, as if he didn't want Ben to hear. "Maybe it's time we pack up Max's things. We can't keep waiting like this. He's not coming back." Ben's heart dropped when he overheard. He stood frozen, his small body shaking with a mix of sadness and fear. His dad's words felt like a punch in the gut. How could they give up on Max? Didn't they understand how much Ben needed him? Tears welled up in his eyes, but Ben fought them back. He didn't want his parents to see how much he was hurting. They had enough on their plate. They were already so sad. If they saw him break down too, it would only make things worse. But deep down, Ben couldn't accept it. He couldn't let go of Max. He couldn't stop believing that his best friend would come back. No matter how much time passed, no matter how many people told him it was over, Ben refused to believe it. He went to bed that night, his heart aching with the weight of his family's quiet despair. But as he lay there, he whispered softly into the darkness, "Please, Max, please come home. Please come back for Easter." Ben's prayers felt small and quiet in the stillness of the night, but his hope was as strong as ever. He wasn't ready to give up. Not yet. Not when he believed with everything in him that a miracle could still happen. Ben was a child, and he didn't understand everything about the world, but he understood this. Max was his best friend. And friends didn't just leave. They came back. They always came back. And somehow, Ben was certain that Easter would be the day Max returned. The weight of loss pressed hard on his chest, but Ben pushed forward. He clung to his hope, letting it be the one thing that kept him going. Because hope was all he had left. Easter morning arrived, but the house felt different. It was too quiet. The usual sounds of breakfast and excitement seemed distant, replaced by a heavy silence. Ben woke up early, the light from the window barely touching his room. He pulled the covers off, his feet cold against the floor. He didn't want to get out of bed, but he couldn't stop thinking about Max. He stood by the window, staring out into the empty yard. He hoped, no, he prayed, that somehow, today would be the day. His parents were getting ready for church, their voices faint in the background. Ben could hear them trying to make the best of the day. His mom laughed quietly, but it didn't reach her eyes. His dad's voice was low, too calm, like he was pretending things were normal. But Ben knew. He knew the sadness that lay between their words. Ben felt a tightness in his chest. His parents were trying, But their hope had faded. His dad had already said it was time to pack up Max's things. They didn't believe anymore. But Ben couldn't let go. Not yet. Not today. Not on Easter. He walked downstairs, his feet dragging. His parents were in the kitchen, making breakfast, pretending like everything was fine. Ben hesitated at the door. He wanted to believe, but the weight of the world felt heavy on his small shoulders. Was it foolish to hope? Was it better to stop waiting? He stepped outside, his heart pounding. The cool morning air hit his face, but it didn't feel real. Then, something caught his eye. Just a small movement, barely noticeable. Ben froze. His heart raced. Was it him? Could it really be? Ben's heart stopped. There, at the edge of the yard, was Max. Dirty, thinner than before, but unmistakably Max. His tail was wagging, his eyes full of recognition. Ben couldn't move. He stared, his body frozen in place. For a long moment, everything around him disappeared. Time slowed. The world seemed to vanish except for him and Max. Tears welled up in Ben's eyes, silent but heavy. His chest tightened as he fought to breathe. He could barely believe what he was seeing. Max had been gone for so long. He'd lost hope. But now, here Max was. Home. Without thinking, Ben ran. He didn't care about anything else. His feet pounded against the ground, his heart racing faster than ever. When he reached Max, he dropped to his knees, wrapping his arms around him tightly. Max responded immediately, licking his face, jumping on him, wagging his tail with all the joy in the world. Ben held him so close, not wanting to let go, as if he might disappear again. He couldn't believe it. Max was home. In that moment, everything made sense. All the prayers, all the waiting, all the tears, they were worth it. Ben felt like he had somehow willed this moment into existence with his love. Max had come back, and it felt like a miracle. Something impossible made real. They were together again. The sound of Ben and Max together was impossible to ignore. Ben's parents rushed to the door, unsure what they'd find. When they saw Max, standing there with his tail wagging, they froze. They couldn't believe their eyes. Max was back. After all this time, after all the grief, Max was standing right there. For a long moment, no one said a word. The silence was thick with disbelief. Ben's parents had given up. They had told themselves that Max was gone forever. But Ben hadn't. His belief, his prayer, had brought Max home. Ben's father's eyes filled with tears. His mother stood in shock, her hand covering her mouth. Then, the emotions broke free. Tears started flowing as they rushed toward Max. Ben stepped back, watching his family. They were together again. Max was home, and the joy in the air was almost too much to bear. The family was overwhelmed. They had been broken, but now they were whole again. This was more than just Max's return. It was a sign of hope, of healing. Ben's unwavering faith had healed not just his own heart, but his family's as well. The impossible had happened. And in that moment, the whole family realized something. They would never give up on each other again. Ben's belief had brought them all back to life. The family sits around the dinner table, their hearts full of joy. Ben holds Max gently in his lap. The room is quiet, but it's a peaceful kind of quiet. As they eat, the air is thick with gratitude. Max is home. Against all odds, he's back where he belongs, and Ben's belief has made it happen. Sometimes the world tells us to give up, to let go of our dreams. But there are moments when the impossible happens, when love, hope, and belief bring back what we thought was lost forever. Ben looks down at Max, who rests peacefully by his side. His heart swells with love. He gently strokes Max's fur, his voice barely a whisper. "I knew you'd come back." The words are simple, but they carry so much weight. Ben never gave up. His belief was unshakable. And in that quiet moment, he knows that sometimes love truly is enough to bring back the things we've lost. Dogs truly are the most loyal companions in our lives. What did you think of this heartwarming story? Let us know in the comments. Like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for daily emotional dog stories. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Click here to watch the next story of love, loyalty, and the incredible bond we share with our paw-some friends.